About 40 miles from Lubbock is the town of Floydada, Texas, otherwise known as Pumpkin Capital, U.S.A. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, in 2014, Texas was not included in the top 6 states with the most pumpkin production. So where did Floydada get its nickname?
Well, there's 2 answers to that. The first answer is because we say we are.
Tim Assiter, owner of Assiter Pumpkin Ranch and Pumpkin Patch, says the nickname was officially registered in the 1990s. But the history of pumpkins in this region goes as far back as the 1500s.
So pumpkins are indigenous to this area.
When Floydada officially became the pumpkin capital of the U.S.A., he says there were 3,000 acres of pumpkin farmland and 35 growers who pushed for the town's nickname. Today, he is one of just 3 or 4 growers in town, and there are 800 to 1,000 acres of farmland.
So that's down from 3,000 before. However, that doesn't mean that the number of pumpkins is down nearly as much drastically as that is.
Assiter says this is because of drip irrigation and other innovative farming technologies that have improved the process. However, farmers are still dropping out of the business.
Growers are going away because of labor problems and because of risk. And a pumpkin is not an easy thing to grow. You have to want to do it.
Assiter says he now owns 36 acres, which produces roughly 50,000 pounds of pumpkins per acre. Assiter sells a large variety of pumpkins, from classic jack-o'-lanterns to green gourds. They are primarily intended for display and, on occasion, baking.
We do have a lot of people that come up and say, hey, I want the best pumpkin to cook.
This year, a Snyder resident and local baker, Krista Posey, reached out to Assiter to see if she could bake pumpkin treats for Floydada's annual festival, Pumpkin Days. Posey said she sold out of all of her baked goods before noon at the famous annual pumpkin festival, and the cupcakes have been the most popular by far.
We sold 450 altogether through this whole month.
Despite the popularity of her home-baked treats, Posey says pumpkins can and should be used for much more.
Pumpkins have lots of enzymes and vitamins in them that are insane for your skin and for your body.
Posey said she makes handmade soaps, and the use of pumpkins is very helpful for severe eczema.
We try to use as many fresh herbs and pumpkin and stuff that we can, because it's all good for your skin.
Even though Floydada is the reigning pumpkin capital of the country, Assiter says there may be some competition.
There is another town, and I believe it's in Iowa, that claims to be pumpkin capital.
But Assiter says the big difference between Floydada and other major pumpkin-producing areas is that other farmers are growing them to be canned for companies like Del Monte and Hunt.
There's none of that here. This is nearly all display. Floydada has maintained its claim to pumpkin capital by being so diversified.
In Pumpkin Capital, USA, pumpkins may be carved, painted, or made into pies. But one thing is for sure, they are not canned. This is Nicole Kreitz with The Hub.